Everyone, happy October. Happy birthday to our very own Russell Little. So you
Thank
guys
you, Amy.
listening to Author Talk with me, Amy Russell, and Valerie Sweeten's on with us today. So, Russell, it's your birthday. What are you going to do?
Well, we're planning our trip to Japan. We leave in 10 days. I will be
Nice.
gone from Author Talk for a couple of weeks while I'm in Japan. So I'm sure Amy has some plans. I don't know what they are. Who's going to substitute? Do you know who's going to substitute for me yet?
It's a surprise to all of us,
Okay, that's
Russell.
good. I'm going to Tokyo. We're going to stay there for 5 days and eat our way through the city. And I'm very excited about. I've actually hired nighttime guides that specialize in taking on nighttime tours that speak both Japanese and English to take me to all those little alley bars that are famous that you see in movies and stuff, to know which ones to take me to and keep me from getting killed.
Nice. That's
And
important.
so I plan on being all night, up all night one night,
Okay.
going to the nightlife of Tokyo. So I'm very excited about it.
Nice. I like that they're going to keep you alive. I'd like for you to come back.
Right.
I'd
And
like that.
then we're gonna take a bullet train south. We're going to the volcano and climb it. Then we're going to the old capital and do all the temple stuff. And
Nice.
there is a giant bronze Buddha in Japan that's one of the five great Buddhas in the world. I've seen three of them. Uh, this is the fourth. I can't wait to see it. The fifth I'll never get to see because it's in Afghanistan.
Oh,
Oh, but hey, you're going to get 4 out of 5. I think
Right.
that's a big accomplishment, I
yeah.
would say, because I've seen none. So you're winning.
And
Yeah.
you know, that sounds like a lot of great material for book writing.
I've tried that. The trouble is, uh, when you're writing a novel, and you know this, Valerie, the more the the travel in between countries starts making it unnecessarily complicated. So you lose your plot and stuff. That was my problem when I tried to do that. So I
Mhm.
probably won't do that.
It's always inspirational. No matter where you go, you can find ideas at least, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just excited for the pictures that are going to come.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
That's
yeah.
what I'm
I'll
excited
pour them
for.
into you. And by the way, you did not give us an update on your Kauai trip. Is that still on? Are you still
At
hiking? Your
some
face
point
says
in my
maybe not. Your
no,
face says that it's been canceled.
Oh,
That's
no,
what your face said.
okay, well, I control what comes out of my mouth, Russell, not my
Your
face.
face was clearly you rescheduled it.
I've had to reschedule it
I
because
knew it. You can't hide anything.
oh my gosh, Russell. Anyways, because we're in the process of building a house, and so that's going to take me into June of next
You're
year.
building a house instead of buying a house.
Yes,
Bad
because
decision.
no,
Bad
it's
decision.
no, it's
oh,
so much. Okay, look, let me explain this to you because I feel like I have to defend myself against Russell right now.
Because you're the one who made that decision too. I
I
know.
I know, but I did not
I
buy
thought, God, I was right again.
I did not buy land and then I'm
You,
going to build like a custom house.
when can we
It
play
is
poker? Because you cannot hide
no,
anything
you
on
would
your
drain me of
face.
all my money. We cannot play poker. You would take all my money. Anyway,
Instead, you're going to let a general contractor take all your money.
no, I'm not even doing it like that. So it's like a pre-planned neighborhood that had 5 or 6 different builders. I
mhm.
just picked the builder and the floor plan that I liked, and then I get to customize that floor plan.
Well,
Is
go
what
ahead and
I'm
hire
doing.
your construction attorney ahead of time. So when
Okay.
it's not perfect, you'll already have somebody on retainer.
Anyways, here is why I did that, and I feel like it's important for
Because you
everyone
bumped
listening.
your head.
No, it's important for everybody listening because the housing market where I live, which is a big college town, right? So the housing market is still popping, is the best way to say it. And if I wasn't going to offer full price or above full price, I wasn't going to get it. And then the houses are the kind of house that I wanted within my budget, I would have had to offer over my budget to get because of everything. And so it ended up costing me a lot less money to go with this semi-custom cookie cutter house on a 1/4 acre lot than to buy a house that was already built and everything, because that was going to cost me way over.
1/4 acre. That's a mistake too. That means you're going to have like 10 dogs.
No, it means that my kids can be outside in their trampoline
with their 10 dogs
and their backyard fits. Okay, like and dogs, but their backyard, their playground fits, and their trampoline, and all of these things. And eventually, I would like a pool at some point in my life, right?
Another mistake. That's a negative cash flow.
I have a community pool that was important to me, but it ended up it was going to be a lot more bang for my buck if I did it this way than to buy a pre-existing house, just because the housing market is still super crazy.
Plus, you're keeping your other house to rent out to the college town, so you're still brilliant, even though you're going to burn some of your money.
Yeah. So, I may not have won all of Russell's favor, but I have some. Okay. I've won some, and I'll take it. I'll take it today for sure.
And everything will be brand new. So hopefully nothing will ever break.
That is so wrong. That's not the way it works on new construction.
I feel like
Trust me.
Gonna break.
I litigated this stuff for 20 years as an attorney. That's not the way it works.
No, not at all. But the good thing is that it's like a 25-minute drive for me. So if I wanted to go every day and check on the site and everything, I could do that. So that's on my list, because I believe we're going to start building sometime. They'll start construction in like November. So you bet your bippy I'm going to be over there at least once a week, because I'm a semi-control freak in that manner. So I will be over there. But that's why we're doing that. That's why my trip's been delayed. Josh has actually gone traveling for this month. So I am solo parenting it for like 3 weeks this month. But Halloween, I'm dying to talk about Halloween. I have 2 options for my outfits, okay? And let's just say I am thinking of doing the inflatable balloon animal costume for everyone in my family, because they make them for toddlers, okay? If that's not the cutest thing, I don't know what is.
I love it.
Or I'm going to do the Bob's Burgers, because I love that show and the kids love that show. Yes. Josh, not so much, but we do, and he will do as I say on certain things.
Especially if he's gone for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because when he comes back, his name will be Mud, so he'll
he needs to get back in my favor.
Amy, I don't want to scare you, but every time my husband went overseas, like as far this way, something would break at our house. I mean, it never failed, and you're just like, no.
Girl. No, I've got
It's her SUV that breaks every time.
Oh, it's better now. Knock on wood, you guys. But no, I will tell you, every time Josh goes out of town, one of us gets sick. Okay. Currently, it's me at the moment because my allergies are really bad. So I'm getting all of that under control. But someone always gets sick. And I kid you not, one of these times, Josh left, and he had just left, and it was like 3 hours after he left, and my daughter's got the stomach bug. And he was still driving to his destination. My sprinkler system has broke, and I had to fix that. Okay, I fixed that straight up.
Okay, that's an awesome woman, by the way. That's awesome.
I did that. So I've done all of those kinds of things. So it's that. Yes, I'm living.
It makes us the women we are, Amy.
Telling you, I'm sure my house may not be clean when he comes home, but all of this other stuff will be handled.
Yeah,
okay,
that's right.
I would hate to see your house when he comes home.
Oh my goodness, I tried to have it clean. Josephine, we would love to have you on our show. Send us a message, and I will get you booked for sometime before the end of the year. So
come on,
a show. But Valerie, what all did you do this weekend?
Actually, we went to the beach because it was still 95 degrees here.
Nice. Hey, a cold front's coming, girl. Break out your sweater.
Yeah, it's cold here. I had to bring out the vest for the forest here.
Yeah, our cold, I think our high is going to be like 78 for a couple days, and then it goes back up. But we'll take it. I'll break out my sweaters. I'm
Yes.
here.
I actually got a little sunburn on my nose, but I was like, that's okay. I like that. I like that little glow, right?
Exactly. We all have to have that. Okay, if you can't get that in October, to me, you're not living. I don't want to be around snow. I can't
Exactly.
handle it. We live in Texas. My house is 62. I always have a heated blanket. Okay, I have a heating pad here in my office to keep me warm because
Mhm.
that's my life.
That's so funny you say that. One thing I'm excited about this year, Amy.
Yeah.
I am going to drive the 4.5 hours to the ski slopes from my house
Oh,
to try them. Now they won't
Only
be very
4 hours?
good, but I have ski slopes 4.5 hours from here. So
That's
I'm
pretty
going to
cool.
try North Carolina ski slopes this year. Though I
That's
don't think it'll be very good, but it'll be
no,
good.
but that's pretty cool though. I mean, because even here in Texas, you got to drive like 12 hours to get to El Paso, and you don't really
Well,
have.
you don't drive, you take a plane when you
No,
yeah.
want to ski.
I've made that El Paso drive
I
several
bet you
times.
have.
I have.
Yes.
For
It's
my
terrible.
sisters live there. It's literally your most entertainment is watching the tumbleweeds, and I never
You
thought
know,
I would.
I gotta say, west of San Antonio
Yeah.
is really, if you like the desert, which I am, I'm a desert human,
Mm-hmm.
actually. I love the desert, and it's actually a beautiful desert and high plains drive from west of San Antonio all the way
Mhm.
through the Guadalupes.
Mhm. It's very pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I
You
don't know.
know, I got to thank our podcast listeners, Amy,
Yeah.
because we are top 10 independent book podcast in America. We want to thank the people that listen to us during the week. And even I can find us now, and which was a major achievement. Amy, how do people find us?
Yes, I'm telling you, if Russell can find us, anyone can find us now. Okay, well, we are out there. But no, you can find us anywhere that you can listen to a podcast. So Amazon Music, iTunes, Google, Spotify, Good Pods, all of those places is where you can find us. It's the crimson red with gold letters because I'm selfish and those are my favorite colors. But you can go and hear all of our episodes. We have been doing this for 8 years.
A
8 years.
very long time. A very
Almost 9, right?
Is it? I believe January is 9. January is 8 or 9. I want to say January is 9 years
Yeah.
that we've been doing it. Russell's the one that started it, him and Sandy. I used to just hold the camera. Now look at us today. We have thrived and still having so much fun and
Mhm.
interviewed so many people within the writing community
Mhm.
and all walks. And we've had several people back on that have published more and more books. And Valerie Sweden is one of those.
Yes.
Valerie, I'm so excited to talk about your books. Okay. Valerie Sweden will be joining us for the 12 Days of Page Turners this year, which
Mhm.
I'm also super excited about. And if you don't remember, the 12 Days of Page Turners takes place the first 12 days of December. The first 11 days, we have all new authors, 4 or 5 new authors each night talking about what holiday promotion they're offering this holiday year. And on December 12th, they all are going to come back again to give you one last chance to take advantage of their holiday promotion because of all of us that love reading and authors. The best gift that you can give this holiday season is a book to help people
Absolutely.
escape or learn something or just take them away for a little bit and to
Mhm.
encourage the reading or reader in all of us. So that's what the 12 Days of Page Turners is all
Wait,
about. Russell.
I do have a question.
Okay.
Tell us one funny story. Now, you've been doing this several years now. Tell us one funny incident over the years of the 12 days of Christmas or whatever. 12 page, what is it?
12 Days of Page Turners.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a
it.
Give
tongue
us
twister.
give
It's a
us
tongue
one
twister.
funny incident.
I don't know. I mean, they've all been really good. I think the only funny incident that I've had is one night I had 4 people scheduled. I only had one show up. So it was just me and one author talking about their book and everything going on for an hour because no matter what, we go on whether anybody shows up or not. And I was living in fear that it was going to be me talking for an hour and I was trying to figure out what I was going to talk about, but they showed on right as I went to do the intro. The author I had one author show up, so I have had heart attack moments, I guess I would say. But I learn new genres each time, like environmental fiction, which I didn't even know what the thing I learned that's new. this year. And so I've learned a lot of new genres, writing, inspiration, all of those kinds of things. So I always take away a lot of interesting things.
The funniest incident was a couple years ago when you lost your voice about halfway through.
That was the first year I was doing it by myself. Yeah.
Yes.
That was awful.
By the
That's
end,
not funny. That's awful. That's so awful.
and her voice didn't, remember, your voice didn't come back right. So you were doing author talks during that time, and you sounded like a little bitty kid because you were squeaking.
Yeah. Russell said I sounded like a little boy when I was
like,
talking.
yeah, like a 3-year-old boy is when she talked. It was so funny.
That was so awful. Only Russell would find humor in pain because that was awful.
Yeah, I've had that happen even when I'm teaching. Like my voice will catch, and it's just allergies or something. And you're like scaring people. You sound like you're coming back from the dead. It's just
no. It was like this the whole time, the whole 12 days, and it went out that morning. I did author talk that morning. My voice went out, and then I went and did my show. And like I would have to have hot tea because my voice would be hurting during the show, and I would be like interviewing, and I had to like give a disclaimer, and it was just awful. And it was my first year doing it by myself. Sandy had just retired, so I had taken that over, and I was doing it all by myself. So it was my first year, and we were doing fancy attire. So I dressed in nice dresses each night, and I just was like, this is not working. I'm in a fancy dress, and I sound like awful. Like I can't handle it. So yes, Russell, that would
Are you doing fancy dresses this year?
No. So last year we did ugly sweater. So this is the third year that I'll be doing it by myself. And this year
were they as ugly as Sandy's Christmas sweaters? Because Sandy has among the ugliest Christmas sweaters I've ever seen.
No, one had like kitties over it with little bells. Oh, it was so cute.
I remember that.
I loved it. Yeah. I don't know. I like ugly sweaters, so it was fun. No, this year I'm going to do red on red. So I will be wearing a red shirt or dress every night with red lipstick because we're doing a red and silver theme. So each year I try to have a theme. And this year red and silver is my theme. So red lipstick and a red outfit every night is what I will be wearing.
You can't get more festive than that, Amy. Literally.
And it's my favorite color. So I was going through my closet the other night trying to get all my outfits ready, right? And so I have different variations of red and different fabrics and all kinds. I had too much fun. Okay, Josh was like, I have issues. And I have like 6 different color of red lipsticks, which she would have known, but there's a bunch of different red variations.
So
it's been a lot of fun. I know. I love red. Whenever you can wear a red lip, I'm here for it.
I can totally relate. Totally relate.
Yes. But Valerie, you have a new book, right?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Tell us all about it because I'm still a sucker, and I know I mention this every time that we talk, but The Donut Tree is my favorite book. Okay, I'm 31 and I love this book. The Donut Tree is my favorite. So I'm excited to hear about your new book, and then I'm probably honestly going to go get some donuts at Krispy Kreme after this conversation.
Well, I was actually telling someone the other day that I was so fortunate to have a local donut shop sponsor me for a reading at a school, and they gave donuts to all the kids. They sent 40 mini donuts, and they made them just like the little donuts in the donut tree are like, really cute and colorful, but they made all the donuts look like the donuts in the donut tree for all the kids. And
my gosh.
So great because the kids were small and they were all like, the donuts fit right in their hand. And they were just like, it looks just like the donut tree.
I love that. That is the cutest thing. I wish I would have been a little kid in that room. That's freaking awesome. I love that.
Yeah. So it was like the donut tree came to life. So, yeah.
Do you have pictures of that?
I do actually. Yeah. It's all on my social media.
I was going to say you need to post those because those are like adorable. And my kids love your book. We have to read your book once a week. I love it.
And in fact, Valerie, you need, if you would please afterwards, post one of those donut pictures on AuthorTalk
I
page.
totally can do that. I totally can do it. It was not, it was like, I think late last year we did it, but it was just such a memorable, special moment because
Yeah.
everybody just had a great time. And then you open that box with the donuts and then we got the book. You're like, oh no, it's real life.
I love it. Did you dress up as Sprinkles?
No, I did not. I do need a costume though that looks like Sprinkles because I think then I could do maybe Comic Palooza or something.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh, please. I love Sprinkles. She's my favorite.
Yes,
She's my favorite.
She's so cute. Let me see if I can find like a really good picture of her.
I love her.
She's just cute. She's cute.
Yes. She reminds me of like a little kid version of Miss Frizzle. And I loved Miss Frizzle.
Yes.
She was my favorite. So, yeah.
Well, so the new book is it's the third in the series of the Listen books. And so this is it. It's we're going to Australia this year. And so they're out in the outback. And this one took so much research because like you were talking about, Russell, before about, the traveling and the plot and everything. And I was like, because when you have that idea, you're like, I want to take them to see the Great Barrier Reef. I want to take them here. You're like, wait a minute, Australia is kind of spread out. How can I get them to do all of those things? And so that was part of the plot planning, making that work. And also, I also just this week, I made a coloring book to go with the book.
See, the coloring book is very cool.
Yeah, because
on the kids' books, you need a coloring book.
Yeah, so
my trouble with writing about some of the travel is I kill people. So
I love it.
It gets more complicated because I don't know some of the foreign laws, but so it complicates it a little bit. You probably don't kill many people in your children's books.
No, we're feeding wallabies in this book, and
nice.
just really there's a lot of talk about the indigenous people, the food, the animals, all this stuff. We're at Daintree Rainforest. We're at, like I said, the Great Barrier Reef. So they're hiking, they're seeing smoke ceremonies, all kinds of really cool activities that you don't see. And in this book and my safari book, I also included a fun fact section because you can only cram so many things in your story that's typically about 24 pages for a children's book. So the fun facts really, they pull out everything. And then, just having the coloring book lets the kids express themselves one more layer of, to be involved with the story itself.
Okay, so here's my thing about Australia, right? Because I feel like I know you did a lot of research into it, and like you said, it's so spread out. But my question is, did you break it into like sub-regions, or is it just all of Australia? Because I was watching those Outback Truckers, which I know doesn't correlate with your book.
Okay, though that's funny. That is funny in and of itself that you watch that.
Okay, it's a dirty secret of mine, but I watch Outback Truckers. Okay,
I used to watch the Ice Trucker show back about 30 years ago. It was a scam. It wasn't really true. They made it up, but it was still great.
Don't pop my bubble.
I didn't say your Australia Outback Truckers was a scam.
It might be.
Ice Truckers was very cool.
Oh yeah,
30 years ago.
I'm a sucker for it. But they always go through, like, they have rain season, and then there's like one that is just dry all the time, and they can't get to certain places because it's so dry, with their truckload and everything like that. So for this book, did you break it into like the different regions of Australia, or is it Australia as a whole?
Well, no, we have the people start where they visit their friend. They're going to visit their family friends that they've known a long time who invite them to come, and then they start from there at where these families live, and then they travel and drive and things.
So like go to different
we're going to different places. Yeah, and there's like a little map and it shows everything, so you can do that. And all my books, all these Listen books, all have real life photos that correspond with the illustrations. So that's what the teachers and librarians really, really like about it when I do school presentations, because the kids get to see everything that is, real life, and it's not, they're like, wait, that's real. And that's even when I'm doing presentations at markets and things, the parents love that. They just love it because they're like, okay, this is, they're really learning. It's just not for fun. It's actually educational. So, and then, so that's my goal, just to I just kind of describe it as realistic fiction because it's all real except for the people involved. And of course, people always go, "Is that your family?" And I'm like, "No, I thank God I did not have twins, but I do have 4 children." So,
We have twins.
you do have twins.
Mhm.
We have genetically identical granddaughters.
That is so amazing. That is so
Yes, they're monsters because now they're like 2.5 now. And like we talked to them on the phone yesterday, I was
I love
so
it.
scared. I told my daughter and son-in-law that I would pray for them that night. I mean, it was a wrecking crew.
Yeah. Well, my oldest kids are 11 months apart, so that was the closest I had. That was it was quite a journey. Quite a
Valerie, you're almost as careless as Amy.
I
It-
was
it-
waiting for that to come up.
I had to say it.
I was waiting. 'Cause I was gonna be like, "Oh, we're mine are 13 months apart," but I was like, "Wait, Russell's got me covered."
Yeah. So for 11 months, since they're 11 months apart, they're the same age for 10 days. It's for 10 days, and it's so
That's
it's,
cool.
It,
That's
it was
cool.
it was a little crazy that first year when I had both of them. Just like wow, but we survived.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
I'm still waiting for that, what is it, like the reckoning of like, oh yeah, no, I'm not in a day fog at all. And
But
they're
you know
4
what,
and
Amy?
3.
What is so amazing is my kids are so tight. They're just really, really tight. They support each other. They do things together all the time. It's a great thing. So
Don't worry, that'll change when they're teenagers.
oh, they're older than teenagers.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
So that's
Okay,
awesome.
you give me hope, Valerie, because last night I was sitting on my couch with my kids and they were arguing over who got to sit in what spot. And I was like, what is the problem? Like, I will just move.
They sound like you.
I don't argue over something as frivolous as that. I argue about big girl things, but not frivolous as to a seat because there's a whole other couch I can go sit on to
But
get away from people.
The main thing I wanted to do though when I started writing is that when I was pregnant, the first child, I had read a study about that the more your child learns before they're 3 years old, their brain is like super absorbent, like a sponge. And so
Yeah.
I was like reading aloud all the time, doing all these activities with them. And so I was like, then if that's not inspiration for me to make these approachable for parents to, share a book with their children at story time, because, Amy, story time is like the best time of the day. Yes, and they love it. And it's your best time of the day because they're going to bed.
Well, they love it. They love it from me, not so much from their dad, because he's very monotoned and I make the characters come to life. And he always yells for me to come finish reading because kids don't like it. But
Because he's an
love
engineer.
Yeah.
He's a stereotypical engineer.
I know. I know. I know.
Well,
Trust me.
My husband used to make up stories, so mine were
Nice.
like, can we just have Dad come in here? Dad, because he'd go like off the ledge, just like
Oh man. See, I try to do that, but then I'm just like, I don't know, because I end up doing like, okay, well, this fairy princess named Sky did this, and then we're gonna go and have a tea party in the sky, and they're like, no, Mom, the dragon can't come to my tea party. I'm like, but we're all inclusive. We love everybody. The dragon has to come, and they argue with me, and it's like, I'm done. I can't do it.
That was just my main thing. I want to make books that are fun, that give kids good memories, that they want to, like you said, the Donut Tree, that you want to read it again. They, maybe they'll want to write something. Maybe they'll want to go look up something. Maybe they'll go look up something about Australia, or my other book is Tanzania and Ecuador. They can just go look up stuff and learn something in the meantime, but they don't know they're learning because it's so fun. That's my goal. And the illustrations really pop. That's what I, really want to achieve.
Okay, who did your illustration?
Well,
brag a little bit about it.
Sure. Well, actually, I had a company do these 2 books the same, and then they went out of business. And so big surprise, right? And so then I hired this company called Vox Illustrations that did these 2 books. And this company was actually wrong book. They were actually able to copy the style of the first 2 books pretty well, but
nice.
So I don't work with them anymore, but they did a good job when I needed them.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it because I feel like illustrations are what really sell kids books, and the fact that you're really wanting it to be educational without them feeling like they're learning something in a sense.
And that is
And
actually
that's
what people
important.
notice when they come, like, I'm at a market or whatever, and they'll be like, oh my God, these illustrations are so nice. Wow. And they're like, this is so pretty. This is so wow. And you're
I'm
like,
telling you.
and then it pulls them in to read the story.
Well, yeah, but if you're a sucker like me as a parent and I take my kids somewhere and they see your book and it's eye appealing and my child has it, and then my child starts complaining because they really want the book and then I have to fling them over my shoulder, I'm going to buy your book because my kid's crying. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not ashamed to say I'm that kind of parent. Like it
Yes,
just is
and,
what it is.
and so then that's why too I wanted to do the coloring book because let them have more fun. Just let them have more fun. That's my goal.
I really think a coloring book is an important part of kids' books today. I think that they're important because it just makes it more fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Because then they want to go back and then read the story. They're like, oh, this was the part where that happened and that happened,
Yeah.
So yeah.
I love those things. And coloring books are fun for adults too, okay?
Yes, I know. They have so many cool varieties you can choose from.
I know.
Okay, do you have any saltwater giant crocodiles in your Australia book?
I don't think so. There are a bunch of animals in this book. I couldn't even name them for you because there's so many. I really try to include as many as I can, but I think there is a crocodile in here, if I remember right. Because only when I do markets, I'm like, there's a snake in every one of these books, and I'm pretty sure there's some kind of alligator crocodile in the rainforest and the outback. So it's interesting how they all repeat, kind of, because you're like, and the butterflies. There's butterflies in all three books. So
you got to have butterflies. I mean,
they're everywhere.
Oh yeah, in the forest behind me, butterflies live, and they dive bomb me while I'm smoking cigars. It's weird. Butterflies love cigars.
I wonder why.
It's weird.
It's because they smell kind of sweet.
I don't know what it is, but tiger swallowtail butterflies are these huge black striped yellow butterflies that come and sit on my knee as I smoke a cigar. It's crazy.
That is amazing.
I love that. Yeah. No, butterflies are amazing.
So how are you marketing? How do you market your books?
I primarily reach out to schools and do presentations there, which that is my favorite thing to do. And I also do markets all throughout the area here. And then I also have it on Amazon, and I market through Instagram and just across the board, Twitter, the whole, Facebook, all of that.
Which is, I mean, that's what you have to. And I feel like for children's books, you really have to get in front of children. So you have to go to the school event or other like family friendly events to sell your book. Children's books are really hard to market because you're marketing to children.
Well, I have a question to that. You're not marketing to the children. You're marketing to their mom.
But you have
not
to,
the dads, because dads don't buy books.
No,
Moms
but you have to
books.
you have to go to the events that children are at.
Well, do you not use Amazon advertising where when some mom buys one child's book, if it's like your book, it comes up to? Do you use that? That's one of the things I used most when I was marketing.
Yes, I use that myself as well. I have not participated in that lately, but it's on my list of things to do. It's on my list. Yes. I do feel that, the more I'm out in the public, that is my best networking, advice, to just get out in the public, share the books, put it in their hands. I have samples. They can touch it. They can read it. I've had kids sit there and read it out loud to me. And then that just is like so inspirational to me to see them connect and the light bulb go off in their head. Like, wow, I get it.
Yeah, that's kind of the completion of your author journey when they do that. It's the completion of the journey. Yes. I'm a big believer in completing the journey as an author. You can't just write it. You got to publish it. You got to get it out there. And you've got to have the tactile sensation of people reading it and either loving it or hating it or whatever.
True. Yes, that is so true.
But Valerie, when you go to events and stuff, you have like the whole setup. Like you have a stuffed donut on your table. You have like the little stuffed snakes, and you have all these things to attract children to your table. And
Yes.
I think that's where, as a children's author, going to all these events in person, presentation really matters to get them. So like you understand your target market and
Absolutely.
kind of how to get in front of them and what to do to bring them to your table.
Yes,
But your illustrations are beautiful.
and that I learned that like a really long time ago when I first started. I saw some, just observation of how other authors are marketing themselves. Whether you have the big banner sign, you have a poster, you have things on your table, whatever works for your genre or whatever. And then, I saw someone else, they had a children's book and they were selling a corresponding thing with it. And then I actually met another author who created a board book, and it was about a bunny, and then she had went and had a special bunny made for her book. So like if I went and made a Sprinkles doll, that would be, but she it was a lot. She was telling me it was a long journey for her to create that. And so I thought, why not have the whole package? I have the snakes, I have the donuts, I have pencils, I have notebooks. The kids love having everything to do their project, to enjoy the book even more. If they're like holding their little donut while they're reading, that's what the people like when they buy it.
Oh yeah. If you had a Sprinkles doll or like mini donuts, like those mini stuffed animal donuts at your
I have
table,
those.
I would be all over that.
You mean like a stress ball, but a donut?
No, they're stuffed little and like stuffed toys, and they look like the donuts in the donut tree.
Oh my gosh.
So Valerie,
yeah.
So a couple of questions. Number one, would you go over the different children's books that you've written? Do you have them all in front of you?
Yeah, I sure do.
Would you go over each one of those and then tell us how we can buy it? Because I want to buy these for my granddaughters, my hurricanes, and their 6-year-old big sister for Christmas.
Okay, yes. So first in line this was my very, very first one back in 2014. Listen in the Rainforest. This one's set in Ecuador, where the family travels to Ecuador, and then all the things they're doing and seeing there. And, so we're all three of these books in this series, they will do culture, food, animals, and experiences.
See, that's important. That's world travel is an important part of a human's experience.
Absolutely.
Except for Amy. And these books at an early age plant a seed. And that's what I think is what's beautiful about these.
Mm-hmm. And then
Keep going.
All right. So next is this one where we go on a safari. And this one is set in Tanzania. And we have the big five in here. If you don't know what the big five are, these are the big five animals that people will see if they actually do go on a safari. And that's, again, really important. And then this one has a fun fact section. When this one came out, it was sold at the Houston Museum of Natural Science in their gift shop.
Nice.
So yeah, to correspond with some of their exhibits they have there, so you could learn more about the animals and the experiences. Again, just going through all of that, and the Masai Mara people, I'm sorry, I'm probably butchering that, but just the people, the animals, all of the cool things you could do there. We have just lots of really cool things to do. And so then that spurred the Outback. So we're going to Australia, and this is I just wanted to try a new size also, because the kids it made the illustrations pop more. And then
I like that larger size.
Yeah. It's nice. And when I was designing, you're kind of working with your publishing company, and they're just like, yeah, this is popular right now, so let's try this, and so you're just like, okay, just kind of like, let's try new things. And then when we did the Donut Tree, then this is this one, when I was doing the other ones, the people were like, well, do you have anything for smaller kids? And so I was like, I have ideas, but then let's go ahead and put them in motion. And that's why the Donut Tree is a completely rhyming story. And that was a little bit of a challenge, but I made it work. So, but that's what people love about it. It's fun. It's a little silly. It makes your mouth water. It's all about it. I was raised on Shipley Donuts here in Houston. So,
let me tell you, there is no place in Georgia that can compete with Shipley's Donuts.
No.
Georgia just does not cut it with donuts.
Do you even have a Krispy Kreme or a Dunkin'?
They do have Krispy Kreme, and that's fine, but it's not.
No.
I can tell you, nobody in Georgia knows what a kolache is. They never even heard that word.
Oh my gosh.
And
That's
everyone on the
wrong.
podcast, now we have people, they listen all week. They're like, what's a kolache? Look it up, go find one, especially what you would get an original is a sausage and cheese with jalapeno kolache.
Oh,
Try
yeah.
it. It will be a new part of your new life.
Yes.
It's heavenless is what it is. It's
and I don't know if y'all spend a lot of time, Amy, on I-10. You can hit all the good kolache places all through I-10 on LaGrange or I'm sorry, LaGrange, Schulenburg, all that, all up and down there. You can get authentic.
Oh,
people don't realize that Texas has this historic German community and this historic Czech community that these foods have come to Texas from, and now they're a part of our subculture.
Yeah, well, I'm actually half Italian, half Czech, so I live the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
So, yes,
I love it.
Homemade everything.
No, I love it, Valerie. I love the Donut Tree is just going to always be my favorite because it's so out of the box that I love it, and I love how in there. And this is me because I read it, and so this is my selfish moment. But where it says there's a part in there where it says make sure you give one to your mom too, right? And I love that because to me it was just like a thing like you planted the donut and then this tree comes and it's the share. I want to share with everybody. I want to share donuts with everybody, and that's just like goodness. I love it.
And that was like people really like the message about the Donut Tree because it is about sharing. She sprinkled,
but it's sharing donuts. Like I feel like that's one of the things that when you eat a donut, you don't want to share. If it's a damn good donut, I don't want to share.
Even Dexter shared donuts.
I know, but
he was a mass murderer.
I know, but it's just if it's a really good donut and it's warm, like Shipley's donuts when they're warm, I don't share them. And a prime example, I went and got 6 glazed donuts for myself, okay, and they were warm. And I
understand that. I totally get that.
And I got my kids their separate chocolate ones. And they're like, "Mom, yours are warm." I'm like, "No, I'm not sharing."
Those
not sharing.
Warm Shipley donuts is like a drug.
It's great. Yes, it is.
And you go straight to your car and you're just like, I have to have it now.
Right. Yes. You just sit there. It's so
when you eat 6, and by the way, I did that all the time. It ruins, you can't eat the rest of the day. It ruins the rest of the day and you don't care.
No, I'm okay with it because they were damn good and they were warm. And that's the best. I mean, that's just, and like when they're warm and they're just like fluffy like a cloud and you're just like, this is great. Like
yes. There's a Shipley's at close by our dentist. Go figure, right? And then they're hot all the time. There's a line in the street practically all the time. People just getting them because they know they're.
I'm telling you. I love it. And that's why the Donut Tree, I think I love so much is because it's sharing donuts. And it's just like, here, take one for everybody when I would not be that way.
He walks away with a whole plate. I mean, what kind of, how could it be any better?
Donuts are going to bring the world together. Okay. Yeah. That's my motto for the Donut Tree. But your shush series is amazing because I own those and my daughters love it. And like Russell said, world traveling is great except for Amy because I'm not going to do that. So my kids get to live through these adventures.
I'm getting there. We put the last one is in college, and we're gonna start doing fun things. We did fun things while they were growing up, but we're gonna do adult fun things.
I'm not a good plane ride. Okay, like unless I'm drunk on Bloody Marys, I'm not fun. Okay,
to Tokyo, it's 14 hours to Tokyo, Amy. In one plane, no stops.
Yeah.
Oh, that just does not. I don't like people that much to be in a closed environment for 14 hours. Like. I can't do that. So these books take my kids to those places that I will never probably take them ever in my life. So I love that. And my kids do like learning because they are like sponges.
Well, right now. Amy, I grew up on road trips. I mean, we went everywhere. And then we finally went to Hawaii and I was like, this is so much better. I was on a road trip.
See, I don't do car rides either. I'm just a mess. I'm a mess.
Okay, Valerie, before we go, you still haven't told us the listeners how to find and buy your books.
Okay, yeah, they
Close
can.
the deal, girl.
Okay, we're closing the deal. We can go on Amazon, of course. But I'm also have my own website, valeriesweeten.com. You're welcome to reach out to me on Instagram at bsweeten, and you can message me, and I will personalize and ship these books to you directly. So no problem. But on the website, you can also, there's a link. It'll click you to where you can buy the books as well. So anything you like to do, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter. However you like to, communicate, I'm there.
I love it. And you definitely need to go and check out these books. Make sure that you join us for the 12 Days of Page Owners, because Valerie will be doing a holiday promotion and she will be on. So make sure that you tune in to take advantage of that. But go and get these books. Valerie, it's so much fun to have you on. I love when we get to sit and just talk about your books and
visiting with
donuts.
you guys. Yes.
Oh, I love
it's so great
it.
to see y'all.
Yes. Well, everybody, we hope that you all have a fantastic Monday, a great rest of your week. And until next Monday, bye for now, everybody.